Welcome back to Kerbal Hard and Uncut. Last time we, I can't remember what we did, actually, if I'm entirely honest. I know that we finished off with the tourists going into solar orbit. Yeah, solar orbit and then return. And somehow it got a flyby, even though it was in orbit. I don't know. So we've got that. So what we're just doing now is we're coming back to Kerbin. We've just turned around. They literally stuck their nose into interplanetary space, and now we've come back. It would be interesting to see how that contract worked with something like Principia. That would be quite interesting, actually. Right, need to check. We've got electricity charge. Now, we have a lot of delta V here, so I am aware of the fact that I can actually make this a very pleasant experience for my tourists if I so want. But I don't want to. Oh, what did I just hit? Oh, we're getting a flyby of the moon. Oh, well, that's lovely, isn't it? They can get the moon as well while they're there. Oh, that's very nice. Perhaps is above the moon's surface. That's good. We are currently about to hit Kerbin, though, so we're going to just pop that back out there. 50 is good. I like 50. Right. Let's just warp you through a bit of this here. Yeah, that's what we need. Just a bit of... how long is that going to take? Is that 16 days? Oh, dear. We're going to have to go to Dres. Okay. Right. Oh, now that's interesting. So that coming past the moon is actually going to kill some of their velocity because they're going to go into a lower orbit. Oh, that's nice. That saves a bit of me fuel because I've only got, 2,800. I could basically stop this thing in orbit right now. Right. What we got up here? Contract parameters completed. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. Do I lose stuff if they die? I mean, do I have to bring them back is the question we're asking ourselves. Right. Let us create an alarm for sphere influence. Yeah, well, because I want to see them go through the moon. So tourist SOI. I'm going to add that alarm. That is... Well, that's actually after the Gilead sphere influence. So that's a way away. Right, so let's go to Dres. Let's go to Dres. Let's go and have a look at Dres finally. It's been a while since we set this one off. I think this might have been our first proper departure. I can't remember. No, Eve. I think we sent Eve first. Right. How are we doing, Dres craft? When are we going to have an intercept? There we are. It's flickering a lot, which is always a concern. So we'll just warp there. Yeah, it is always a concern when these things flicker. We don't have any signal. Brilliant. Absolutely superb. Wonderful. Do we have any battery? We do have battery, okay. So what we've learned is Dres is too far out. Okay, we're too far right now on this orbit here because Kerbin is over there. Yeah, Kerbin's on the wrong side. So we're not in range. It's not good. We ain't going to get a signal. So this thing is pretty much going to be dead. How close am I actually getting to Dres? I'm getting very close, actually. Oh, that's annoying. And we can watch it. We can watch it go past. Can I even get it to do science? It will come back in range at some point, I am sure. So we can grab the science, and then when we're back down in the low world, as it were, so we're going to come past, we're going to go there, we're going to be back here. So when we come back round, where's Kerbin's there? We're about as far away as we can get. So we need to really get some good transmission system. So that ELU one's not going to have it, is it? Even if Kerbin's there, perfectly lined up, it's not going to really do it. And then the dual craft as well, Kerbin's going to have to be on this side for it to be any use whatsoever. So we're probably not going to be doing it. We're probably not going to get a good intercept or anything like that. But you know what? It's worth us. It's worth us trying it. We just need some bigger dishes, which we hopefully can get. Hopefully can get if we get a bit more money. So we need to get our science research facilities uprated so we can get them, because I think we need the big dishes for this. Unless we put something out into interplanetary space, big into interplanetary space, that would be a potential. I don't even know if we can collect science while we're this far. Actually, let's have a look. Can I actually do stuff with the sciences? Is that possible? Oh, you can. Okay. Okay, so we can get it. We then just have to wait for it to come back before we can actually transmit it. Okay. That's all right then. I'm willing to do that. So let's get here. Let's get into the sphere of influence. That's not a total loss then in my mind. We can live with that. We're going to get some science. It's not going to be great. Not going to be great science, is it? But we'll get some science. Close that. get through. Please, can we just, other side, just warp to there. So we've got the Gilly sphere influence in about 7 days. How long is this going to take to get to there? We're going to pause it for a minute, like that. That's going to take 2 hours. Okay, that's good. We can, where is Dres? I thought we were close to Dres. Oh, we are close to it. It's so close I can't see it. It's in the dark. Right, okay. Right. Now we have to decide what we want from this mission. So we do not have signal. So anything that we grab has to stay. If I'd have got one of those storage units and stuck it on here, that would be so much better. And I think I was going to put one in there, wasn't I? Oh, that's annoying. Right. So we're going to observe the mystery goo because that definitely we can keep. That's going to be 10 transmitted. We're going to store that. Can I store it in the transmission buffer? That is the question. So what if I run that? If I run it, can it sit in the transition buffer and then I can run it again and hold it? So if I did that, for example, that gets there. No usable in range. No, we can't. Oh, that's annoying. That is annoying. So that would give me 90. Oh. So we're going to have to grab some of it when we're in distance. Okay. And then we've got, how much is this going to give me? This would give me 14, but we can't do anything with it. So what I should have done is put one of those little storage pods in here instead of the metal girders. And then we could have actually done these science experiments, put it into the storage pod, and then transmitted it later if we got it within range. So we've got that far out one. I think what we'll do is we are going to, when's that? It's in 2 hours. Yeah, we can just warp to here actually. I don't know how close you need to get to Dres for it to be good science. But we will gather the good science while we're there. What have we got? Distance. We've got no signal. So this thing's, yeah, this thing we're going to have to get pretty, what to there? We're going to have to get pretty close to Dres at least, aren't we? Right, let's have a look. What do I want? I want this. Right. Coming in. Dres is quite dreary, isn't it? I keep forgetting that it's grey. It's like what the moon could have been, but it isn't. No, I don't want that one. Right, so we need to get closer. Closer. It is cool though. I mean, forget about the fact it's had a pass, hasn't it? So it's much more attractive now. I seem to remember it being browner. I do seem to remember it being browner. Is it one that is browner? Maybe it's Moho, because Moho is quite brown. I think Dres, you just forget about it. What's Dres famous for? Is it what's its thing that it's got? It's like Val's got the Val Henge and Moho's got the Mohole, and what's Dres got? You want to tell me about what Dres has got? You know, is it something that I've just overlooked all this time? Space high still. Okay, we're going to put that there. I'm actually going to get all of these ready because we're going to want them all at the same time, aren't we? I'm going to want you as well, and I'm going to want, where's the pressure thing? You know what? I'm going to aim camera at this point here. Right, where that's that. There's the pressure thing. There it is. Right. I'm going to put that there. And I think that's what I want. Log that. High, no. How low do I have to go is what I'm actually wondering right now. At what point are we going to be there? I suppose I could have put yeah, I could have put action groups on. I don't know if we've got action groups actually researched yet. Am I missing anything? Has this got anything to it? It doesn't, does it? I don't think it does. No, it doesn't. Right, okay. Right, what have we got? What about now? What about this? High. How low do you need to be around Dres to get this? That's the question, isn't it? We're 6 seconds away, so we're only going to be down to 90. I don't think we're going to get low space. No, we're not. Okay. Well, that is annoying, isn't it? Keep that experiment. Might as well do that one. Might as well do that one. Keep experiment. Keep experiment. Run the boom. So we're not actually getting close either. And I don't have the annoying thing is we have the delta V to capture. That's the really annoying thing. So this thing potentially has the delta V to capture. Oh, hold on a second. Hold on a little second here. We can, we can capture, and then we can just hang around until we're near Kerbin. That's a good idea. That's cheaty. I'm not sure you should be able to. I suppose you'd be able to program a rocket normally to do that. I didn't realise you could. But that is a little cheaty in my mind, if I'm honest. A little bit. But I don't have control, so I can only use those. Right, what are we doing? And I should have done it at the thingy. This is going to come in a really odd position, isn't it? Because of it. I suppose I can't transmit. I've got no data, no signal. I've got limited probe control. Does that mean I've got orientation control? Does that mean I can... I don't feel as though I do have the ability to do that. So maybe I only have the sort of cardinal directions, which could be a bit of a problem. We are slowing down. This is going to go all of a sudden as well, isn't it? What speed is escape velocity around Dres? That's the question we're now asking ourselves. And this is not going to curve like it normally would because, you know, stuff and things. Right. Okay, we're going to lose we're using a lot of fuel here, which is fine. I don't mind that. But the good thing is this thing can then actually sit around Dres and we can just do what we want. That's brilliant. I hadn't even thought about that. So yeah, well done to all of those that were shouting at the screen saying, what are you doing? Why don't you just capture? Yeah, I am just going to capture. It's probably better. It's probably a better idea. Whoa, that is a low periaps. Oh, that is cheekily low. That is very low. I think that's okay. I think that's okay. What we will do though, we will put a maneuver. We're going to put a marker up here. That's 9 days away. You know what? We're going to put a maneuver in. No, we're going to put an alarm in. Create alarm. Apoapsis? Yeah, at apoapsis. 1 minute before. This is Dres apoapsis. Right. Now, the issue here is I need to get signal at some point to this. That's a good point. Because originally we were going to, if we didn't get signal, we could just slingshot back round. But we were going to go back into interplanetary space and we're going to head back towards the inner planets and then we're going to be okay. This does mean that I will always be able to capture with these two. The only problem is I may not get the science back when I do capture because I'm going to have to send something part way to act as a piggyback, which is fine. It just means we're waiting. Okay. Right, I think we're okay with that. I think I'm okay with that. We'll think about the other two when they get nearer the time. Right, so let's have a look. That's going to be there. That's going to be there. Let's add that alarm. Good. So now we just have the Gilly one in about 7 days. We've got the tourist return. We've got the Dres apoapsis. And then we could finally the Juna departure in 50 days. Where is... There we go. That's in 200 days. And then we've got these two in like years' time. So they're going to be a while. That's not a big issue. We'll kind of probably overtake those. We'll probably send something that's crude and get there before them just to wind me up. Right. So I think our next one is this. So let's go do that. Let's switch to that. We're going to go in that quickly. We've got about 1 minute and 20 seconds to try and get that one done. So let's... Why am I not... Oh, I'm already on the route, aren't I? That's why. So we're gonna warp to there. So there isn't a maneuver node for this one because it's not a maneuver node. It's an encounter. And of course that encounter is going to be in about 58 seconds, which is perfect because it's just as the end of the episode comes to fruition. That's wonderful, brilliant. So that's going to be our sphere influence change just there. We're going to jump into it and then we're going to plot ourselves a course to capture around the Gilly, and we're going to potentially, I could land it. I mean, we could land it. Close that. Right. Let's get into here. Let's get into the sphere of influence. We've got about 15 minutes once we get into the sphere of influence of Gilly to actually capture around Gilly. So that's okay. Right, let's go. So we're going to put this here. We're going to have a maneuver here. We're going to capture with that. And that does not take much because, of course, we're actually in a very high orbit. We've got very similar velocity to Gilly. So it's a bit like if you watch my other series, we have a four boss mission. Same thing, we put ourselves so high up, we actually get back some of that delta V that we wasted. But until we do that in the next episode, from me, have a great one.